This is the moment in a day of self-reflection when we think about what we can do for others by giving to 3 charities recommended by the Yom Kippur Appeal Committee. Last year, these charities were the Winch, our UK non-Jewish charity, the Anne Frank Trust, our UK Jewish charity, and Givat Haviva, our Israeli charity. LJS members donated a wonderful £80,000 to these charities. Let's hear from those charities now on the impact we made.
Hi, my name's Caitlin, and on behalf of everyone at the Anne Frank Trust, I want to say a huge thank you in choosing us to benefit from your High Holy Days appeal. Because of your generosity, we were able to deliver our core educational programme in 6 schools across the UK. Our core programmes and our workshops engage young people with the history of the Holocaust through Anne Frank's story and enable them to recognise and challenge different forms of prejudice that they might face in their communities today.
Hi, Liberal Jewish Synagogue. I'm Paige Victor, and I run the Family Support Program at the Winch. You gave us a very generous donation, and I wanted to tell you that we are making the most of the money. We are running an art therapy program for mothers of babies under 1. We are making welcome packages for all of the new residents filled with nappies, something special for your mother, and books. And I just can't thank you enough. We really appreciate it.
Thank you to the Liberal Jewish Synagogue for supporting our program, Encounters in Times of Crisis. Your support helped 800 Jewish and Arab young people to find a safe place to talk about their fears, feelings, and prejudice. They learned to think critically about the information they receive and ask honest questions. Our Jewish Arab facilitators ran one-day workshops in campus and in schools. These activities built empathy, coping skills, and trust between participants. Your donation covered facilitators, coordination materials, venues, and evaluation. Your generosity created real strength for 800 young people. Thank you so much.
Maimonides, one of the most important Jewish thinkers and teachers of all time, taught the fundamental importance of giving to charity, that it should be done in order to help people become self-sufficient, rather than keeping them dependent by receiving handouts. And also that it should be done anonymously, rather than to receive praise from the recipients for our generosity. These 2 principles lie at the heart of the Yom Kippur Appeal. The charities chosen this year are Camden Music Trust, our UK non-Jewish charity. This charity in the London Borough of Camden is local to the LJS. It gives opportunities for disadvantaged children to enrich their lives by learning a musical instrument. This improves the quality of life of the children taking part, and also, as research has shown about the learning of music, their educational prospects. Mekata, the UK Jewish charity. Mekata is based in the UK, but it works to educate children claiming Jewish descent living in Ethiopia, moving people out of the extreme poverty which characterizes the Jewish community there, and also saving them from the very violent society surrounding them. The Road to Recovery, our Israeli charity. This charity transports Palestinian patients from the West Bank to hospitals in Israel for life-saving treatment. Israeli volunteers use their private cars to carry out their mission, which has been uninterrupted despite the ongoing war. Let us now have a look at their work.
Hello, I'm Esther Kaplan, Chair of Camden Music Trust. Heartfelt thank you to the Liberal Jewish Synagogue for selecting us as one of the charities for this year's Yom Kippur Appeal. Now, every child deserves the chance to experience the joy of music, and so Camden Music Trust raises funds so that children from poorer families in Camden can access the same musical opportunities as those from wealthier homes. And your donations will provide bursaries for young people, giving free instrument hire, tuition and participation in weekend and holiday activities. According to recent figures, 42% of Camden's children are living in poverty, compared to a London-wide average of 26%. Your generous support will mean some of these children can benefit from the personal and educational development music making provides, and it may play an important part in stimulating their higher education and career ambitions. Thank you again for your generosity, and from all our trustees and from the children and families who you'll be supporting. Wishing you well over the fast, Shana Tova, a very happy new year. Thank you.
My name is Sybil Sheridan. I am the co-founder of the charity Meketa, a charity supporting those of Jewish heritage who remain in Gondar in Ethiopia. They live in extreme poverty, having uprooted from the countryside to go to the city, but without the skills necessary to earn a proper living. Meketa, which means support in Amharic, focuses on the education and training of young people. In Ethiopia, the state schools are so crowded that children only get a half day of education, and the classes average around 90 per class. They do not have textbooks, so they rely entirely on what the teachers write on the blackboard. As you can imagine, it's quite hard to learn anything under those circumstances. 10 years ago, Meketa set up an after-school club where children can come for the other half of the day. There, they repeat some of the lessons they have had in school, but in much smaller classes. And they are also enabled to use computers and a science lab, and they learn Ivrit. The results have been remarkable, with children of illiterate parents now at university. I am so grateful for the LJS for choosing this project for your High Holy Day appeal. Because currently the state of Amhara is engaged in a civil war against the Ethiopian government, and the results are that the streets are not safe. One child was kidnapped, a teacher was shot, caught in the crossfire. Your contribution will enable us to expand the after-school club so that more children from the community can access the education, and it will keep them safe, off the streets during the day, something their parents are desperate for. Wishing you all a very happy new year. Shana Tova. Thank you.
My name is Tamar. I live in Ramat Sharon. I'm a speech pathologist, and I also volunteer for Baderech La'Achlama, the Road to Recovery. I've been doing it for the past 2.5 years, once a week, because I have a lot of empathy for these people that need to face not only a life-threatening disease, but also don't have access to medical care. I get the name and the age of the person and the time, and I just wake up and go. We're at the Eliyahu barrier, waiting for a 13-year-old kid. They need to get to Sheba Hospital for treatment, life-saving treatment. On October 7th, we were devastated, in a state of shock, and I decided relatively easily that I wanted to continue to do it. I knew that these people are innocent people, sick people, and in my mind I know that I'm doing the right thing, but still it's emotionally it's complex.
عمري 13 سنة بتعالج في مستشفى شيبة كل أسبوع كل أسبوعين دائما مش دائما
بالشهر مرتين أو 3
مرتين حسب كيف أنا قوي تعبان دكتور بيدي بيعالجني طبعا إله سنة بيعالج فيني والحمد لله مشت الأمور وهيني متعالج الحمد لله.
So we here at Sheba, we brought them such a sweet boy. I wish him good health. I wish he will soon won't need to come here anymore, won't need to suffer from the difficult treatments he's undergoing. On October 7th, I almost lost faith in humanity, and this is my choice to stay human.
I ask you to give to these charities in the spirit of Maimonides, generously, putting people on the path to no longer needing our support, and with no expectation of thanks from anyone who has been helped. Thank you.